Hi. Heidi, hi. I am here. Right, so, right, straight into it. Hello. Anybody that's new here, I am Emma Blake. Because I keep forgetting to tell everybody. Anybody that doesn't remember us from Thursday, I'm Emma Blake. I am a crafty, obsessive person. I work for a company called Thirsty Brush. It's my baby. I design for everything. I draw everything. I design all the papers. It takes us a month of Sundays to get everything done, but I love it. It's always bright and colourful, hence Colour Our World works in perfect to that. But I started this project on Thursday and I've gone off. And I just want to finish it off super quickly. Why is that doing that? And I can't work technology. If we go blurry, you might hear us sway at night. Yay, Sue. Hi, Helen. Hi, Hilary. Hi, Shaz. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Kim. Oh, Michael. See, I'm getting good. Anyway, this here, what I've done is I added some shine to the crystal ball, even though it was already shiny in the flower. And I made him even bluer and added some white highlights. That's all I've done different, really, and stuck that bit of paper in. The light bulbs are these. Now, I quite like it done in the clear resin. That's the more plasticky one. I've got this one as well. Should I stick with this one and just paint the back black? Do you think? And then have it so it's shiny still, and then we can put some gold over the top so they're like light fittings. Should I just do it? I don't want to keep you all night. I was going to do a wand out of a cocktail stick, but I think that's going to be taking it too far. But I do have, this is just acrylic paint. It's acrylic paint pen. Super chunky one. There we go. And then what I'll do is I'll just rub some gold over the top of it. Yeah, I thought the clear as well. I did find the glue gun. I'm going to stick them with the glue gun for now, but I'll probably end up taking them off. I've got a couple of bottles as well, which I want to put on. These are little bottles. And I found a lolly stick, so I was thinking a shelf here. So if we cut that down, I am doing Colour Our World, and I am going to show you how to make that, that folio type foldy thing. Well, this one, I've got a lolly stick. Wouldn't put shelves in all over. I could do a million of them. But this is just how I'm doing a quick one. So with it being vintage, I'm going in with the ground espresso because it's my favourite. And again, I am going to use the glue gun just so I can show you what it's like when it's done. Because I'm well aware that it's Colour Our World night. Just put a little line there. In fact, what I'll do is I'll probably just go in with some acrylic glue and thingy it up. Like strengthen it up rather than take it off. Okay, so that's our shelf. And the bottles, right. The bottles I feel will be better in clear. I do have to admit. But I'm thinking if we just paint them the darky, it's called shadow. If we just paint them in that, then they're going to look like the old-fashioned green ink bottles and things, aren't they? We'll do this one in the green. So if we do it up to, say, there. And I might even put some labels on them later because I have got the Tim Holtz labels and things and they would fit perfectly on these bottles. This one says oil, ammonium, something oxide and something else. If we do that and then I can come back and paint the lids on later and maybe add some gloss. And on this one we'll go in with the red. Hi Lorna. Oh, I honestly don't want to spend too long doing this because I've got something to show you. I'm ready. I'm prepped. I am actually ready. I am also on Create and Craft TV on Thursday at 2 p.m. on Extra, 3 p.m. on normal Create and Craft, and 7 p.m. on normal Create and Craft. It is a goodie bag show. And there's lots of bargains, right? I'm not even going to stick these on because I'll finish them off and I'll put pictures up. But that's what they're going to look like on there, which I think they look really cool, don't they? That needs to be darker as well. I'm just going to pop them to one side for now. I don't want to spend ages. I also think the lights inside may be too much, but I'm going to let you vote on that. And if we've got time at the end, I'll pop them in. They are there. And this light is going to go there as well. And that's pretty much all I'm going to do to finish it off. I'm really happy with it though. And stick these corners on that I said I was going to. So I'll do that with the gel medium as well. But see where we're going with it. And you can see all the little finishing touches that I've done. So yes, that is the plan. I'll pop pictures up once they're stuck on. But I just didn't want to not show what I said I was going to do. But colour our world. And what colours are we going to do? Move this so I don't burn myself. Yes, create and craft, like I say, goodie bag show. I have Stamps by Me papers on. I will show you on Tuesday on Facebook. I have the Life in Full Colour paper pad and vellums. I have a whole host of wonderful playthings. I've got some different demos to show you, different ways to use the stamps, which I thought might be nice because I've already done shows with the stamps that are on, so it might be nice to show a different way to use them. And breathe. Right, this here to make the foldy flappy thing. I'll show you the base first and then we'll pick a colour. This here. Yeah? This is to make this. You'll see this as well on Create and Craft Betterer. But this here is 10.5 centimetres. And I've scored a line at 1.5 each time. So 1.5, 3, 4.5, 4.5, 5, 6, 7. Anyway, each line is at 1.5. I can't even do the maths. And then this way it's 7 inches. So 7 inches by 10.5 scored every 1.5 inches. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need 6. I've done 5 by 7. So you need 6 of them because it's of whatever shape that makes. Hexagon? Octagon? No, octagon's 8, isn't it? And all I'm going to do is pop that together. And this is how you make your base. Honestly, it couldn't be more simple. And you can do this, as long as it's an even number, you can do it with any size card, any shape, as long as you've got, I would say, the 1.5 inches to put it together. And again, if I can do it, and remember, because I'm not very good at foldy flappy things, it is fancy. It's a little bit different, isn't it, from me? I would use a wet glue to do this. I may pop a little bit wet glue. I'll just use it, it'll be fine. Because once this is put together, that onto there, like that. And again, you could probably do with a, where's mine at? You know what they're called? Bone folders. Where's mine? I've got something. This'll do. Just so it gets into fat. Just flatten it down. Squish it. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Sue. Susan. Sorry, I keep calling you Sue. Don't know why. Hi, Donna. Yes, I'm looking forward to Create and Craft. It feels like I haven't been for ages. I mean, it was the start of May. I was there like early on. So that is that. That's your basic shape. Now that there, what you can do straight away is pop a bit of grey board on the bottom and, well, you're done. All the way around, flatten it, make sure that as long as it lies flat, it'll work. So on each corner, if this lies flat, when you fold it down and it's not trying to fold over in any awkward places. I answered anything, yeah, anything nice. See, I just answered at anything. I maybe shut up my standards a bit. Right, and then on each flappy bit, now this you can use your corners on them, whatever you want. It's up to you. And again, this is not my idea. I watched something. I can't even remember where. I did look back in my history on here, but I don't know where it was. I was half asleep probably when I seen it. I only remember the measurements because they're easy. And then fasten that down. Now what I have found with this little bottle, the pin thing is blocked. But with these little pinpoint bottles, you can take that bit off and you've still got just a small hole. I just thought I'd get that in there. And then that one, next one. And then this can be like, if you make it smaller, it can be in it for one of your journals. It could be anything. It could be just a nice photo that have photos of the family and things on, like a scrapbook. That you just turn every now and then, depending on which member of the family isn't driving you crazy. Did you check? I did check, and I'm not at Doncaster. I checked with Tony, and it shouldn't even be down that Thirsty Brushes there, because, well, I don't know. I don't think Tony's even there herself, but I don't know for definite. I know I'm not there, but because my name was down, I am going to try and go. I come back off my holidays the day before, so depending on that and things, I am going to try. Yeah. Yeah. To be honest, I was the same if I ever got Emma off my dad. I knew I was in trouble. I've always been Emsy, Emsel, anything but Emma unless I was in trouble. And I must admit, when the boys are in trouble, I'll shout, Christopher James or Daniel George. It's definitely a way of letting them know that it's coming. You better get your story straight. I have to admit, Daniel, he used to get into all sorts of trouble. Christopher's too lazy. He's always been lazy, even walking and talking. Eating as a child. He's like the most chilled out person in the history of, like, he's the most chilled out kid ever. He's just nice. He doesn't really backchat. I mean, he has his moments. He is a teenager, but he's too lazy. That's why you're always going. Right. And now, where we're at, we're up to here. And I'm going to turn it back this way so I can flatten it down and pop these two on. It becomes a bit like which flaps which after a little while. Whoops. And then we're going to cover these with pretty papers and things. But I'm thinking because Colour World's been in the journal for so long, I thought let's take it off the page a little bit and show that's not just for journal pages. It could be for everything. What do you reckon? Think that's a plan? Oops, a daisy. 1, 2, 3, 4. That needs to go that way. No, I'm not. I'm totally lost here. Yes, that's right. That needs to go on that way. So that'll sit like that. Now I'm wonky. Hold on. And then the last one onto there. Has everybody had a nice weekend? I dropped my phone in a bath full of water tonight. And it survived. And I'm hoping it'll still have survived when I get up in the morning. Apparently, the iPhones can survive, the new ones anyway, can survive for up to 30 minutes in 2 meters of water. They're not waterproof, they're water resistant. And to me, that just solidifies that it's an Emma-proof phone. And there we go. I still feel like I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh no, 6, can't count. And that is the base. And then each time you flip it, it'll just go like that and lift it up, and I don't want to pull them off. So it's not quite like a book. What you could do is make it like a lantern, put a candle in the middle, you know, on the big church candles, if you made it shorter. I'm gluing that at the back. If you made it short, you could pop a candle in the middle of it. So you'd have it shorter, pop a candle in. Or you could move that over, Emma. Why is it? That's fine. It'll do. Or you could sort of hang it and have it from there and there. Have the hangy thing. Have a hangy thing. Oh. Yes, like I say, it's totally not my idea, but I liked it. And I remembered the thingies, and the woman who did it, she's very clever. That's all I can say. I don't even know if she invented it, but she's very clever. Because she made me remember the numbers for once. Right, now colour our world. Are we picking a couple of colours, do you think? And we'll see what we're going to do. I am going to cover it in paper, so it will have to match the papers, whatever I do. Went in the washing machine. Oh my life. When was that? Yeah, I don't think it would save no, I'm using the phone now. It's worked. The pop socket on the back, that was full of water, but the phone didn't even drip. I mean, it was only in for 0.5 of a second. But yeah. So whatever colour, it's going to match the papers that I've got. And it's life in full colour because they're behind us. Are we picking 1 or 2? 1 or 2? I'll wait for the thingy to catch up. 1 or 2? 2. Hang on, have I got 2 there? Oh, they're very summery. Kind of does for how the weekend was. It was lovely here yesterday, and I got Grumpy to cut the grass, and I went out and tidied up the yard, and yeah, it was lovely. Oh, don't want to avalanche. Stay. And put these away so they don't end up lost. So the colour is Aspen Gold, which to me looks like yellow, and 9044. It doesn't actually have a name, that one, but I am going to call it, see, it's a blue or a green. It reminds me of chocolate chip ice cream, mint chocolate chip ice cream, or bubblegum ice cream. Let's call it Bubblegum Summer, because both you have in the summer, isn't it? Right, now I need to get in the papers, which I have here. By the way, these papers I've got have stamps by me. The 8x8, I think you've seen them. But oh my gosh is all the words I've got. I am in love. And then I do have happy hours on as well. And they're very, very happy. These very, very, very happy hours. Right, I've got them. No, I'll pull the vellum out in a minute if we're going to use it. So let's see what will go with these colours. I adore these papers. You've got no idea how long it takes us to make the papers. I'm thinking that already. What are we thinking? Move it down so you can see. Ah, that blue goes perfect, doesn't it? So do a couple of different ones. Them together I feel would be too busy. That one matches with the blue and the yellow. Papers, A3 papers. Oh, can you imagine that? What you could do with A3 papers. That one. I'm thinking that one, to be fair. On Thursday night, out running for 2. Oh, did you get pictures? Oh, I love birds. I do. Well, you know I do. That noisy one I've got. I think he must be asleep because he's not shouting at us. He'll be in his bed in a huff. He seems to be permanently in a huff with us. Oh, saying that, man, geese, when they're bigger, they can be quite scary. Quite scary. Right, and back to this. I did, there it is, have another bit of card because I want to make a pocket, but I want to make a couple of pockets. Do I have, oh, I've got a corner punch and a circle punch. I think I broke the circle punch though. I tried to go through something that wasn't meant to go through. We might have to improvise on that because I had a little round circle punch and I think I destroyed it trying to force it through too many bits of paper. I think. So, as that's the right length that way, what I'm thinking is I need a paper trimmer. That's first thing. I'll just grab the paper trimmer. Oh. Hang on. I've just knocked the bottle of pop over. And it went really, really hard. I had visions of it popping under the table. I got a little bottle of pop before and I've just kicked it over. Can you imagine that? Everywhere. No problem, Helen. Right, so we'll go in. We'll have a couple of pockets. So, maybe the smaller one, the taller one. That'll do nicely. Just there. And maybe a bit more of that one. Like that. And then this one, we'll keep these colours in. And we know that it's 5 across because 5 by 7. So if we do it at 4.5, that keeps the yellows and the greeny blues in. And then this one will be about there. And this one just needs to be a strip because it's only going to see the top. Too many hands, too many hands. So I don't measure, in case you hadn't realised. But if you do want measurements, I can measure them for you and round them up to the nearest number. So that's a small pocket there. And then the big pocket, we just need the top bit, and I think the yellow, and about there'll do. Because that's just going to go there and that will cover, and we don't need to waste the paper. Right. And then it's 5 by 7. So we'll go 4 3/4 by 6 and a bit. Nearly 6 3/4 there, but I can't be bothered to pull the arm out. Hiya, Brenda. Oh, you'd have to watch back for the measurements and things on this. Right. Now, this corner punch, I found it in the stash, and it leaves like straight corners. Don't even know when I got it. I'm guessing it was probably in 2009, and I put it in a safe place after I had Christopher. And yeah, so I'm thinking we'll take the corners off the pockets and the layers. Just makes it a little bit different, doesn't it? And then on this one just needs to be the top, and then the top of the pocket, and we'll do the bottom of the pocket as well so it fits in with the layers. Right, I'm covered in stuff. Let's get these stuck down. Where is my thingy majiggy, my inker, the spongy thing? Oh, one of these days I'm going to shock the life out of you and I'll have everything right now. There it is. I did. Had it right next to us. See, Brenda, you have to chat to your sisters. That's what you've got them for. Mine, when they ring, I can't get them off the phone. And you think I can talk. So that one is going to go on there, the first flap. And then the big pocket. And the first matting layer for the pocket. Will go there. And then the second pocket, which I am going to cover them edges up. And all the way around. Me sponges just about had its day, I think. Right, let's start gluing. All the way around. You could have actually left, or I could have actually left the top of this opening, had a third pocket, but I didn't think about it and I've glued it now. So, there we go. And the next one. This is a pocket, so I'm only going to glue down 2 of the sides and the bottom and up the other side. And again, you probably won't be able to fill it with loads, but I think it'll still be quite nice. I'm going to stick this matting layer on as well. Because the other one's going to cover the layer, isn't it, a bit? Pop that on. There. And then this one, I'm leaving the corners on this one just because so it matches up with the actual base of it. And then again, just up the sides and the bottom because it's a pocket. And wet glue is better for this. The red liner tape might do, but if you want it permanently down, wet glue is, I would say, the safest option. But tapes and glues and things have come on a gazillion times. And they're probably fine. And there we go. So that is the basic thingy to do it. And that's our first page. And then obviously you've got the backs and the fronts and everything to decorate as well. But I just thought getting the Colour Our World off the page a little bit would be fantastic. They are going to fit in the pockets perfectly. So let's make some tags out of these. And then I think we'll get Stampy and Inky. What did I do with the thing? Oh, there. Back in with the trimmer. Not often you see us busy with the trimmer this much, is it? Oh, I'm going to leave the thingies on the bottom, I think, and just take a little bit off the sides. There's a little bit more of this one, and then up to there. Up to there. We have 2 tags, 2 in the Pantone colours. Again, if you haven't got these, don't stress. Use what you've got. I'm only doing it so I can refer back for anybody who wants to refer back to the Pantone colours. Next year, if we do it, I'm not going to use the Pantone postcards. I'm going to make, first one that we do, what I'll do is I'll go over making the actual colour swatches, and we'll do it in the jar or something. We'll make it fun and we'll stick it, you know, like the prompts but with colour. Making sure it's stuck down at the sides, and I think those colours match pretty perfect. Very summery. What do you think? So that's the start of it anyway. Now we need some stamps and things to start decorating. Got some scraps of watercolour paper here. I think hair with a yellowy hair or a blue hair could be good. But what I'm thinking is, let's just ink our face up and leave some of our hair. So I'll do down our neck. This bit here is our neck. And then just our fringe and our eyes, and we can always wipe it off with a cloth, or we could even cut it down, make a mask, like stamp her out, and then make a mask so you can only put our hair and things in. But if you suddenly decide that you're going to do it like now, all I'm going to do is take it off. Just want our fringe in. Even if you take a bit of that off, it doesn't matter. If you take a bit of our face off as well, it doesn't matter, because you can always add it back in. And all I'm doing is I'm taking it off our hair that we don't want. I'm leaving our fringe because it's part of our face, and we can work it into whatever we're going to do, which again, I don't know yet. Be a surprise. That'll do it, I think. And I'm going to do her that way, so our neck can go out. There we go. And then we'll just get our face in the front of her hair, and then the world is your oyster. This is where we become children with girl worlds all over again, and this is where I'm happiest. On here you get these 3 well stuck. They're like pom-pommy, fireworky, flowery, no idea what they are, I just like them. And we are going to have 3 different colours. So one has got to be magenta because it's me, sherbet, and I'm going to go with ocean. And all we're going to do is start off with the lightest in the yellow, and we're just going to build her up some really crazy fluffy hair. And okay, this is what the most marvellous thing you can do with stamps. I don't want to lose them. You can totally make them your own. And if you don't like it, cut it down. We can turn it into a beehive hairstyle if we want to. Oh. Like that. Oh. And with these stamps again, doesn't matter, because look, you can't even tell that looks different. And then I think the pink, because it's not as dark as the blue, and we can always go back in and we'll have a little bit of pink there, and possibly a little bit there. And I've no idea if this is going to work out, but this is part of the fun. Definitely for me, because literally it's scrap bits of paper that I've cut off for different bits. I bet you've got loads of different papers that you've just got scraps of that you can play with. I think she's going to have flower hair, and we might doodle in some leaves and things, or see if I've got a stamped leaf. Fluff. I don't know where all the fluff comes from. There. Always go back in with more. And then the little one in the blue. And it doesn't matter if nobody else likes this, because you can keep it for yourself, or you can put it away and just get out and look at it. It's either you find something new that you love, or you find something that you could maybe change ever so slightly to make it more your style, or you might not do it on a face, you might do it in a garden, totally different. But whatever it is that you do, it's either a lesson or just something else to try and play with and try and build up your own and see what you get. Just something a little bit different. There's some more blue there, and maybe one more here. Wouldn't always add more, but oh no, I'm saying that I need some here, and I need one here. There, right, I'm going to stop now. And I'm going to come in and doodle it. Remember these ink pads, these are the pretty colours inside ink pads. They are water based, so they will be water reactive. Now this again can be a blessing if you don't get too carried away, which is always the thing with me. I might. Oh, bringing in these. And these are the Thirsty Brush ones. Mine are well loved. Very well loved. Like, I've made a complete mess of them. And I am going to come in with the yellowy orange. I've got hair in. I must have came in. I cut my own fringe. I must have come in and opened it and had some hair still on my hands or something. So what I am doing is I'm just going to pull the colour around a little bit just to make it sort of blend in. I'm going with a little bit pink even. Just to bring it down and blend in so she's got, sort of looks like it's supposed to be like that. And just blend together just a little bit, and it just brings it all together. You don't need to do it much, it's just so it looks like it's supposed to be like that a little bit. And just a little bit. I'm completely in play mode, and I think that's it, you know, because whatever we need to change with it, we can do with what's the word I'm looking for, with a fine liner or white. Right, now back to skin tone. The skin tone with these, where's me little mix and match? Oh, I had it because I've been using it. Right, I'm not going to make his wait, I'll just do a little bit here. So orange and purple is how I would start off to make your brown. So the orange and purple are in the set one, and you've got your sort of set of, you start off colour, and I'll show you there. So that is your base of your brown and your skin tone. I'm going to come in, you can see I've been using it, with the Thirsty Brush white. If you can't get this, you can use just a normal white gouache or a white watercolour, a white acrylic, mix them in with that, play, and the tiniest little smidgen of pink into it, and that is your skin tone. Now you can always add more of this and more purple and more orange as you need to bring it back down. But then once you've got it, you can leave it to dry, and with it being a watercolour, you can sort of bring it back to life anytime you want. Just reactivate it with water. And then I'm going to go in again. Anything that you don't want can be fixed, and that's why we've got white and why we have bins. Again, in, bringing it all down. Oh, there's some blue going in. Her hair's bleeding into her face. It's a problem I have often. So many times I've woke up the same colour as my hair, my face and everything. Usually when I've had to go out somewhere, or I'm starting a new job or something like that. Hair disasters. But milk, if you're ever stuck with hair dye all over your face, milk on a cotton bud will help. So there you go. This one, the white, it's a Thirsty Brush confetti ink. This is a matte one. This one is ages and ages ago. I don't know if there's any left in stock. I've just heard a Christopher. Would you pass the jar I made last night in, please? I want to show you something that I've been playing with yesterday, and because Christopher's come down, it's in the kitchen, he will pass it in. Again, thank you very much. Say hello, Christopher.
Hello, Christopher.
Look, he's got mushrooms, and he comes off as well. This is what I was doing yesterday, late last night, like 3 o'clock in the morning. It does go back in. I just don't want to knock the camera. There we go. I've even put little bits of moss on him. He needs these spots on his mushrooms and things, and then I'm going to make them all shiny. There you go. Thank you very much, son. Everybody's saying hello, me dear.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, I've got moss on her now. Oh, she's got moss on her face. Get it off. There we go. I'm going to use some more white because it looks like... Do you like the mushrooms on the octopus? I don't know why he's got mushrooms, but he's going to have ladybirds as well, I think. I'm going to put some more white in this because she looks like I've put her makeup on. And we can let her dry and work on her hair a bit more, and then come back and alter any bits that we don't like or anything else. And this lady here is going to live on a tag that we have just done, probably with some flowers. Oh, the octopus is so cute, isn't he? Again, I've seen another lady doing it. I mean, mine's different to hers because you can't just... I've seen a lady on tiny little jars. She did an octopus. And hers had like a frying pan and stuff. So I thought mushrooms. Yeah. Well, there we go. That's how she's starting. Her face is tends to be blotchy when we get back to it. But then we can cover it up with a multitude of sins. Even if you've got some eyeshadow. There's another one in the drawer at the side.
Drawer, side of the bottom drawer.
In the middle, you know, the little drawers that come out in the fridge.
Yes.
Yeah, there's the one that it's not open, it just says cheddar on the front. He's after cheese, but our cheese is not looking the healthiest. Saying hello again, Christopher.
Hello, everyone.
You hungry?
You're going to make yourself a sandwich.
You're going to make yourself a sandwich. Okay, son. Right, brace yourself if you've got earphones in. The heat tool is coming in. Again, this is a watercolour paper. It's a watercolour printer paper, so it's quite fine. It was just next to us, and I thought if it all goes wrong, it doesn't matter because it's just a scrap. But I'm quite liking it. So if you've got makeup or anything, or you've got the chalk pastels, not the wax ones, the chalky ones, you can use them to do this. But I'll show you with what I've got, and you can go from there. You can see how her face is quite blotchy. Don't worry about that, you can add more. Now, let's see how we're going to cut her out and see where we can go from here. Again, I'm not going to worry about this. You could be here until the middle of 2025 still chopping each one of those little lines. The idea was not to stress you out with it. Just go wiggly. Go wiggly like it's meant to be like that. She's got a lovely hat on. She looks like one of those rugs, you know, the wool pom-pom rugs. And again, to get a wiggle, move your paper rather than your scissors, and you'll get a nice smooth chop out. See, I can't do this when I'm on the telly. I can't show all of this because time goes too quick. It's like the time thief appears. Again, just like that. And then cut her neck out. Christopher says her neck is too long. I disagree. I think she's got a lovely long neck. So he was laughing and saying her neck was too long. And it's not. He's gone. I thought you would come in and say, it is.
It is.
I thought you got upstairs. Right, you're not allowed an opinion on this. Just so you know. You're not allowed to have an opinion on a neck. And again, I'm just going back in with the white. But if your white's nice and clean, just mix a tiny smidge of the skin tone in with it because you don't want it too white. She'll end up looking like she's got skin like me. Like she's never seen sun in her life. And don't worry about going over the lines and stuff. This is why we have fine liners and all these fixes. There we go. Just going in, hiding the sins. And this is purely fictional and fantasy and just getting creative. Enjoying. Yeah, I'm just going to go over it. And you can really bring our face to life and things as well. But again, don't worry about it being, it's not true to a real face. If we did that, we'd be need fine artists and all sorts. Right, I'm just going to put this on again. Brace yourself. And you can see the patches are now disappearing. And this is where it gets fun. Right, so again, I'm going to find the pastels. There they are. I have these pastels. I've had them for ages. I don't know if you can still get them. They're the Jane Davenport pastels. And they are nude, I think they're called. And all I use is an eyebrow, what's it called? Eyeshadow brush. Again, use your eyeshadows. You get the cheapest thingies of eyeshadows and things that you've ever seen. Use them if you want to play like this. Obviously you don't have to, you can just have a hair flowing and be fabulous. But eyeshadows, cheap as chips, and then to set it, just pop a little bit hairspray over the top. Obviously if you want it to hang in a gallery, you need proper pastels and stuff, but let's record. I was going in a picture, it'll last as long as you need it to. Again, and this will smooth all our skin out. And we're going with some pink blusher. And just bring that to life. And it really is like playing as a kid. And I don't care what anybody says. You'd never ever have to grow up. She still looks quite... though. Are you alright? Oh no. It's a blueberry. Right, and then this is where you come in. If you've got a black biro or a fine liner or whatever, I've got a gel pen. And this is where you definitely bring it back to life. I'm going to put a lipstick on first though. Where's my brush? I'm just going to take a little bit of pink and give her some lipstick. Just paint our lips. Our lips will match her hair perfect, as you do. And then I think we'll get green eyes because I like green eyes. I'm going with a darker. So all I've done is mix the blue and the green together and got this. A darker green. Bring it to life. And then I don't think my chat's working. Have we gone off? And then with our nose, all it is it's basically tracing and going over the lines. It might not work as well because of the blusher. You can always go in with this first if you want. Putting the eyes back in, just bringing them to life. And again, don't panic if it's not perfect. All you're doing is tracing the lines, and it's like you only put an eyeliner on or mascara, anything like that. I mean, straight away you can see she's come back to life just by adding those little bits in. And then with her hair, what you can do is sort of make it jagged her hair right at this point so it matches the pom-pommy look. So just wiggle as you go, and it'll sort of blend in a little bit. It'll make her look more poofy. And again, just down the side where her hair is, you don't want to go over the top. Just wiggling it down. So you don't want to do a wiggle all around her neck or it'll look like she's had something wrong with her skin. Putting her eyebrows back in. I think I can do her makeup better than my own. I definitely spend more time. And her lips. Bring her back to life. I love playing with faces. I love that so much. That makes me very happy. Very, very happy. I don't know if I've gone off. Am I still here? Hold on, I'm going out and come back in. If I'm still on, say hello. Pretty pleased with the cherry on top. And we will decorate the yellow one first. So, still here. Oh, fabulous, Brenda. Thank you. So, now, she looks quite lost with the yellow, doesn't she? So, put the chair back up. I have some laces and I have no idea what that is. I did have a roll of something that's sparkly. Can you see it? A roll of sparkly stuff, Christopher.
Oh, sparkles.
There it is. We have a roll of sparkly stuff. So I've got black and sparkly stuff still there. Are you just all watching? I thought it had gone off. Oh, getting out the roll of sparkly stuff. By the way, the workshops, they're getting more and more. I've got metal corners, embellishments and all sorts. I've got more paper coming. So they might be out by next weekend. Definitely by Tuesday, I plan on having the pictures up for them. Let's just get this off. And all this is tutu netting, tweel or twill or whatever it's called. But this one's got sparkly dots in. Oh, that is going to be the first layer for the tag. We might chop it down, we might not. But then we need some black to make it pop forward. So I've got some black tweel or netting or tutu netting or whatever you want to call it. And again, I don't worry about cutting it straight. I quite like the jagged edges. But if we don't like that, I do have this one as well, which is like your spider net webbing stuff. It won't cut. Why do none of my scissors cut anything? There we go. And I've got some flowers already done as well, so I'm not keeping you all night. I'm thinking that one, her, about there. And then on the back, what you could do, I mean, this could be a photograph if you didn't want to have her on, if you want to make it more personal. But on the back, what you could do is put pictures of days out, or just make it so you love it. Got that flower, got these flowers. I've got some little, the leafy, luscious leaves. Got these ones, and all these are Thirsty Brush bits and bobs. I've even got these. We could have cut these out of the toppers that come in the papers. Petition. More girl stamps. Yes. It's Tony you need the message. She's the lady in control. So if everybody stops Tony and asks in all their lives, oh, I've cut myself. That's attractive. Don't look. Oh, there we go. Let's get her like that. So I'm thinking this here. Christopher, would you... Yeah, please, if you can find us one, because I don't want to bleed on anything. Don't even know what I've cut myself on. I'll take some of that down, actually, so it's not all over the place. Just a little cut. Very annoying. Yep. They'd be in the cup cupboard, I think. I might not have any, son. I might need to get some more. No, hang on. I'll make a makeshift one. So you don't have to witness. This is how we used to make plasters when I was a kid.
Tissue and paper.
A tissue and paper, yeah. Oh, a little bit of tape. Did anybody else used to do this, or was this just how I grew up? Magic plaster. There we go. Now you don't have to look at it. How terrible is that? Glue. There it is. And I need tape. Foam tape. We're going to put foam tape on the back of her with that being flimsy paper. I am making Christopher work tonight. That's probably why he doesn't come down, you know, usually. Are you enjoying watching, Christopher?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I watch it on my phone, I can watch it in real life.
That's very true, my little lamb. Very true. We are going out tomorrow, aren't we?
Yes.
First stop is definitely coffee, though. Or whatever you want. You don't have to have coffee. Right, so again with the fabric, I'm going to have that bit there because it's the straight side. And then with her, I've put foam on the back, but I am going to put wet glue as well so that it holds the fabric down as well. So I will put quite a big blob of it on. And then we can still tuck the flowers and things in wherever we want them. Nice big blobs of glue just to hold them on. So she can go there and just hold her on a second. And you can see how she's come forward just having the black and the white behind from the actual yellow of the card. And you have to be the Pantone yellow card, like Pantone. You can do this with any coloured card. You can do it with white and paint it yellow, or you can just stick with putting the colours on here. You can use whatever colours you want. This is not set in stone. This is purely for inspiration. And you're still there, fabulous. So I wasn't sure if I'd gone off or if my thingy had gone off or what. So I've got some greenery behind. I think that breaks her up nicely. I don't think we'll need too many flowers though. Maybe there's 1 or 2 here. Just to hide her long neck a bit. Chris? I think that there is quite nice, to be honest. Do need some white highlights on here though. You should see the mess I create, you know, when I'm doing this. Just a white paint pen or gel pen. Mine is still safe. I really need to tidy up, but I do get distracted. I'm like a child tidy in the bedroom. I find so many toys. And just adding the dots. And this one. Am I making sense, Christopher?
I think so.
You think so? Do you know what I'm doing?
Painting?
Little dots. Who agrees we need to get Christopher on the jelly plate again? Will you play or not? No? Yes? You're not as interested as you once were, are you?
If enough people think so.
If enough people think so. Christopher, everyone's they are, aren't they? Christopher is brilliant on the jelly plate. What that boy does on the jelly plate, mind, he just plays. I think there might be some lives of him in Emma's Happy Place off like Neon's back, but I think we need some new ones. I'm going to call her done. I think when it's dry, I'll pop her neckline back in. I'm quite happy with that. And I think in these pom-pom flowers, all I need to do is add a few little dots to turn them into flowers. Or not. You could even outline and put some little black lines in. Or yes. Yes, Christopher, everyone's saying yes. And then on our eyes, just to bring it to life. And a little bit on our nose, because we've all got the shadows on the side of our face. Hide that blue. And a little bit on our lip. Anywhere we be. Because honestly, Christopher, you don't have to, so I'm only joking.
Yeah, I will.
I'll be getting wrong when I get off here. And then what you can do as well, I know I'm almost done, I think we're going to call it done. But you can give her the most wonderful eyelashes as well. You can go back in. Don't overthink eyelashes. They need to be thin and long. Turn her over and do like little C shapes. And the more uneven, the better. So longer at one side, shorter on the other. But eyelashes are never, ever, ever like perfect unless you've glued them on. So even if you do make them perfect, it'll just look like she's got stuck on eyelashes. Oh, dear. There's little tiny lines. And it looks like she's had a day at the beautician's. I'm quite happy with that. And I'll see if I can add her neck back in one way. It's hard when it's wet, you see. It's definitely better to wait until things dry. But I'm still going to do it because I can't stop myself. There we go. And then she will take pride of place in the pocket. And this will probably go inside of an A4 art journal. And the colours match as well. And I'm not going to put her in because she really needs to dry. But that is the start of our Colour Our World little flippy thing. Flippy book thing. A thingy book flip. I just need to get it right. Why do I find shapes so hard? That's first page. There we go. So everybody's saying, come on, Christopher, you have to play the game.
I'll do it, I'll do it. Okay, you've convinced us.
Yes, that is the first page. I will take a picture and pop it up. Have a lovely Monday. I know it's Monday, but still, I hope you have a lovely one. I'm going to go and find a plaster because this is like how to get an infection in your finger. 101, how to get an infection in a little cut. And I will see you on Tuesday on the Thirsty Brush Facebook page. And I won't be here Thursday because I'll be at telly. And I will see you at telly. Well, I won't. You'll see me, hopefully. But have a lovely, lovely week if I won't see you on Tuesday. Good night. Thank you for keeping us company.